Hi everyone, welcome back to Function Pilates. I'm Vanessa Kelly, and in today's workout, we're going to be using the reformer and also the exo chair, both created by Balance Body. So this workout is going to be all about creating better balance in your life. So we're going to start with a tennis ball as part of the warm-up, basically to help stretch and strengthen the intrinsic muscles of the feet here for a stronger foundation to promote better balance. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you like the workouts, I have many different equipment workouts here. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you like the workout, hit a thumbs up, leave a comment. I do read them all, and I do love recommendations on ideas on what to create better content for you guys. So if you are ready to get started, let's go ahead and begin. Let's go ahead and begin with a warm-up using the tennis ball. And ideally, we would want to place this on the floor, but for this purpose, I'm going to demonstrate on top of the carriage. So placing that ball underneath your foot, I'm literally going through each toe here, applying pressure into the tennis ball. So think about going from left to right, right to left over each of those digits and applying pressure into the ball. Then from here, stay on the very inside of the arch and start to roll up and down softly, gently, just enough to feel the stretch, the work that the ball is providing on the foot here. And you're in charge of your own pressure. So as you apply and press down, you'll start to feel if it's too much or if it's too little. And then when you're done, let's take that tennis ball and place it on the other side of the foot here. And this might feel easier, it might feel tighter, depending on where you apply your weight distribution. Then let's go ahead and place the entire foot, so the very center of the foot, and rock your body forward to apply pressure, and then rock it back to take that pressure off. And we'll do that a few times here. Continue to breathe and try to relax. And then start to roll your foot over the tennis ball here a little quicker, just massaging the entire foot. Good, and then go ahead and stand. Take a moment to feel the difference between the right and the left foot. Acknowledge that, and then we'll go on to the opposite foot. So again, we're taking the tennis ball under each of our toes, and you're going to put pressure into the ball, going left to right, right to left. And as you get to the big toe, let's go ahead and hang out there, working the inside of the foot. So right where the arch is at, you're going to gently roll up, keep that pressure to roll down. Again, just continue to breathe. As a reminder, this should be done on the floor, but just to show you the position, I have it up on the carriage here. So take it on the other side of the foot here, keeping it towards the edge of the foot. Again, this might feel completely different on this foot than it did on the opposite. And then once you're ready, take that ball in the very center of your foot, rocking your body forward, applying pressure, rock your body back to release that pressure. So we're warming up the feet, we're stretching out the feet because they are the foundation of our body, and that helps to provide better balance. Finish it off by rolling your foot across the ball here a little bit quicker pace. And really, it should just feel good too. This is great to do while you're watching TV. And then just take a moment to see how both of those feet feel. And it should feel pretty balanced at that point. So taking that ball, let's place it off to the side. And then we're going to set ourselves up with the chair here. So I do have two springs on 2. You can also do 2 springs on 3. Depending on what your cactus looks like. So about a medium to heavy weight. Make sure you have room in front of you. And then once you're ready, have a seat on your chair. we're going to begin with our heels on the foot bar in a parallel position, flexed feet. And then for now with my arms, I'm going to keep them in front of me, applying pressure into the chair to really open up the collarbone and the chest. If you have a mirror nearby, take a look at the mirror. Make sure that your body is sitting up nice and tall, where your ears are over your shoulders and shoulders over your hips. Good. Think of exhaling to press the pedal down, not necessarily all the way. It's not going to touch the floor. We don't want it to. And inhale to bring it up. Let's move it to the toes, staying parallel. Heels are up nice and high to really strengthen out through the ankles here. So the chair provides a lot of muscle focus through our quads. So you're going to feel this in the very center of your thigh here. If it feels easy, try to take inventory of your body and really focus on stabilizing your torso to avoid moving your body forward or moving it back. We want to avoid that rocking sensation. Heels together, toes apart. And our repetitions here, anywhere from 6 to 10. But it should feel like you are developing some heat in those thighs. Perfect. Exhaling to press down, inhaling to bring it up. Again, stabilize your pelvis to avoid rocking forward. Shoulders are staying down, keeping that neck nice and long as you look straight ahead here. Take your heels out to the very widest position of your foot bar. Ribs are closed in, belly button towards the spine. Again, nice and tall here. Exhale to press down, inhale to resist the springs on the return up. Making sure you are going through full range of motion here. Beautiful. And then let's stay by going into some single leg footwork. So I'm reducing the spring tension, again, just to more of like a light to medium weight. Let's go ahead and place our right heel on the foot bar. Let's hold our left leg in tabletop. And if you'd like to challenge your balance here, we can cross those arms into the genie arm position. Again, focus on stabilizing your pelvis. Avoid leaning to one side. Good. Shoulders down, neck stays long. Exhale as you press down with the pedal. Inhale to release slowly. Once you're ready, we can go ahead and switch it to the other side. Left heel is on, right leg is in tabletop, and then I did switch my genie arm position. So right arm over left on this one. It's just nice to make sure that we are being more, creating symmetry in our body here. Keep breathing. Think of balancing a book at the top of your head. And we're going to go ahead and do one more round, but we're shifting to our toes. So right toes are on, left leg back to tabletop here. Switch your arm position if you are going into the genie arm position. Beautiful. Glance in the mirror if you have one. Again, just make sure that your body is nice and tall. Our focus is form and alignment. Switch it to the other side. Left toes are on, right leg to tabletop. Take an exhale to press down and inhale to return. Very nice. Anywhere from 6 to 10 repetitions for each of the footwork and single leg footwork. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and start to warm up our abs. So have a seat on the chair, and at the very edge, go ahead and slowly roll yourself back. And this is challenging enough, just maintaining this position. We're heading into double leg stretch, so reach those arms behind you, extend those legs, a big circle to sweep those arms, gathering those knees back towards the chest. Inhale here, exhale, circle around. Good. If this is too challenging and you want to just hold for balance, that's also okay. From here, we're going into single leg stretch. So taking both hands to one knee, extending out through the opposite leg. Energize those legs, energize those toes, abs are pulled down, chin to the chest. Beautiful. Keep those eyesight on your belly button. We're almost there, guys. Hands behind the head, take it to crisscross here. Keep the elbows nice and wide as you gently rotate through the spine, yet avoid pulling on your neck and drop those shoulders down. Rotate to exhale. Good. Hang in there. Keep breathing. Hold those legs and carefully roll yourself back up. All right, so abs are warm. We should start to feel the heat in our body. And we're going to go ahead and take it into a standing hamstring exercise, which will help to provide balance. So I am going to shift my springs to 1 spring on 4. You can always go a little bit lighter than that. And then making sure that you have a little bit more than 90 behind the back of your knee here. Standing up nice and tall. Toes are on, heel is lifted. Take an exhale to press down, letting that foot bar hover off the wooden frame. And then inhale to slowly resist the foot bar as it returns back up. Exhale to press down. Feel those abs draw in. And this is another great exercise to watch yourself in the mirror to really avoid shifting your body forward. You want to feel that weight distribution in that left foot equally, not so much in your toes, not so much in your heel. Good. Keep breathing. And then adding little pulses there right in the very center. So feel that heaviness here. Tiny pulses up and down, 6 to 10. And then release it carefully. From here, let's go ahead and keep the same spring tension and just walk yourself behind the chair for our reverse washerwoman. Standing tall, sweep those arms overhead. We're gonna dive ourselves down into that candy shape position, connecting those palms to the pedal. Go ahead and take an inhale to press down. Maybe even extend your spine to a flat spine. And then exhale, consciously scoop that belly up and in as you begin to lift your belly button towards the spine. Feel that pedal float on up. Inhale to press down, shoulders away. Really depress the shoulders. Again, we don't want to be reaching with our shoulders. We want to feel those lats engage to hold our shoulder blades down, if that makes sense. Inhale to press. Take that exhale, scoop that belly button up. Make a conscious effort to lift. And then inhale to lower. Beautiful. Keep that neck nice and long and your eyesight down so you don't hyperextend through the neck here. You got it. Really keeping those hips over the knees, as challenging as that might be, just going down as far as you can without losing your balance. Even if it's a small range of motion, and then slowly go ahead and return back up. Good. So let's have our chair set up for pikes, our full pikes here. So I'm on 2 springs on 2. If you're newer to this, I would recommend heavier weight to assist you until you get more comfortable with the exercise and where to facilitate the movement from. So toes are on parallel, hands on the very edge of the chair, looking down. Go ahead and float your body forward as you push into the chair to exhale and lift that tailbone high to the ceiling here. Beautiful. It's important to keep the legs straight, so think about pushing the back of your knees towards the wall behind you. Head is down and challenge yourself to look between your knees, even if that's extremely hard for you to do. Again, even little range of motion is great. And this is a fabulous exercise to track your progress. Exhale, lift up, inhale it down. And then carefully step 1 foot off at a time as that pedal releases up. Perfect. So let's give the chair a break, and we're gonna go ahead and shift gears here to the reformer. And we're gonna go ahead and take it to one blue spring. If you're feeling a little weaker today, if you're feeling pretty strong, take it to one red spring to set ourselves up here. And then before we get started, we're just gonna go ahead and balance. So raising one arm up at a time. And because of the light spring, it's gonna feel a little bit more challenging to keep that carriage quiet. Raise one arm, extend the opposite leg here. Beautiful job. Taking your time with it. This isn't easy to do. And be super careful since we are on the reformer here. Extend, reach long, and energize out through those toes and the fingers. Once we're ready, we're already set up for our single arm work. So grab above the buckle here, the handle or the loop. With a straight arm, take that exhale and pull that arm directly up towards your hip. Reach it towards the ceiling. Activate the lats here as you lift that arm up, and with control, lower that arm down super slow. Beautiful. Exhale, raise that arm up, holding it there. Can we extend that right leg out? Bring it back in. Lower the arm. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and exhale to pull the arm back. Let's try it again. Reach that leg behind you. Nice. Lower it down. Take an exhale one more time. Pull that arm up. Reach that leg. You have it. Keeping those hips squared, and slowly lower it back down again. Good. Let's go ahead. Grab a hold of that handle, pull it back, and we're gonna go into a tricep kickback here. Bend the elbow and exhale, straighten out the arm. So think about your shoulders and your hips staying square to the floor. Do the best you can to keep your elbow next to your ribs and lift it up so you can feel the entire backside of the arm activate. Lower it down. So I would say anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions here. Take a child's pose if that feels good for you before we set ourselves up for the next side. So in that quadruped position, grab a hold above the buckle there onto the strap. Exhale to pull straight back. Lift it up towards your hip. Shoulders down. It's very easy to get into the neck here, so do the best you can to relax those shoulders. Maybe reduce the repetitions. Again, it's about how you properly execute the exercise in great form here. When you're ready, find your balance, extend that leg, lower everything down. Exhale to pull. Reach with the leg, and this side might be easier, this side might be harder. So do the best you can. One more time. Exhale, we'll pull it back and stretch that leg out all the way. Shoulders down. You got it. And bring it back in. Let's go ahead and find the handle here for our tricep kickbacks. Deep breath. Pull it all the way back. Keep that elbow lifted as you straighten and bend. Exhale, straighten and bend. Beautiful job. Abs are pulling up towards the ceiling. Drop your left shoulder down. Focus on the inhale and the exhale. Beautiful. Lower down when you're ready, and then go ahead and hang that up. If you want to take another child's pose, feel free. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move to a kneeling side plank here. So keeping those knees on the carriage, again, a blue or a red spring is sufficient here. Place your left hand on the foot bar. Stack those knees, lean into it. You can either keep your right hand on your hip, or you can also reach it up, out towards the ceiling. So super carefully press it out there as you inhale. Use your exhale to activate your lats. So think of the muscles below your armpit and through the backside here to pull that carriage all the way back in. So this isn't an arm exercise. We really want to gather and facilitate the movement from underneath the arm, underneath the armpit here. So abs are in. Really feel those obliques working, the sides of our abs. Gently gliding all the way in. Perfect. Before we hit the other side, let's go ahead and look through center into our down stretch. So hands are on that foot bar and fingertips are reaching. So try to avoid gripping the foot bar here. Our goal is to keep everything open. And this way it helps to avoid creating extra neck tension when it's not necessary. So arms are long and straight. Use your abs. Inhale to pull in, really open wide through the collarbone. You're either showing off that diamond necklace or you're showing off that brand new bow tie. Ribs are closed. Perfect. Just feel this energy coming out from the top of your head. The further you go back, the more challenging it will be to pull yourself back in. So again, keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and stack those knees. Right palm is on that foot bar, nice and long for me. And pull in. So again, activating the muscles underneath the armpit, and that's what's pulling you in all the way. Exhale it here, and inhale to send that carriage out. Feel those obliques. Perfect. Keeping that neck nice and long. Good. Super slow and controlled. Beautiful. Return it all the way back in again. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and add some extra springs. Anywhere from 2 red springs. You can also go to 2 reds and a blue spring, which is 2.5 springs. So the heavier you go, the easier this might feel for you when we go into bridging. Headrest is down flat, heels are on. Go ahead and press into that foot bar to bridge those hips up as a unit. Lift all the way up to stabilize the pelvis, squeezing those glutes and really focusing in on the back side of the legs here. It's important to create strong and stable hips for better foundation in your balance. Again, knees are tracking up towards the ceiling, squeezing those glutes here. Lower it down. Exhale, press those arms firmly into the carriage here. Add little pulses at the top if that feels good for you today, and squeeze those glutes a little bit more here. Perfect. And then lower everything back down. Take an inhale. And when you're ready, exhale to bridge the hips up again. Keeping that long line, we're going to send the carriage out. Focus on keeping those hips lifted as you drag that carriage in on the return. That's it. Hips are open wide and the energy is flowing out from those kneecaps. Beautiful job. Remind yourself to keep those hips up, squeeze that butt to go ahead and assist you on elevating those hips. Close the carriage and lower the body all the way down. Good. So down to your toes here, just a quick stretch. Drop those heels under. Feel free to take some prances or running. Otherwise, just maintain that stretch here and breathe. Let's go ahead and return ourselves back in. And we're going to go ahead and reduce our spring tension to one spring or one red, taking that Eve's lunge. Our setup is going to be there. Go ahead and push out, and when you feel balanced enough, hands to the hips, lift that left knee off the carriage, and we're going to go ahead and push back, balancing in a nice upright position. Keep your right knee over your right ankle and press into your right foot to squeeze that right butt cheek here. Think of your body going up straight like an elevator. Exhale to lift up, inhale to lower it down. About 10 repetitions. If that feels good for you today. Beautiful. Take it down and exhale it back up. If we're feeling extra challenged, go ahead and pitch the body forward. Take those arms to frame your ears and adding little pulses here. Eyesight on your foot. Good. Anywhere from 5 to 10. Hands back to the hip, and then return yourself and come all the way back up again. Nice. So again, with balance, we are challenging single leg, but the goal really here is to strengthen the hips and the pelvis so we have a really super strong and stable pelvis. So find that lunge position, lift that right knee off the carriage, send that carriage back, again, keeping your chest wide open. Remember, smaller range of motion is totally fine. You're better off and you're benefiting your entire body executing this in proper form, even if you don't feel like you're going very far. Think about taking inventory of your body, so keep those shoulders and your hips squared. Perfect. Good. Inhale it down, pitch that body forward, send those arms, frame those ears, adding those tiny pulses up and down. Squeeze with the glutes. When you found your number, hands will go back to the hips and then send your body in the upright position. Perfect. So let's find our chair again. We're going to come to the very back of it. And we're going to go ahead and take it to one spring on 3 or one spring on 4. So it's either at the very, very top or maybe in the middle of the chair. On your stomach, hands to the foot bar, separate your feet a little wider than hip distance apart, and then taking it into Swan here. So you're going to go ahead and lift your chest, take an inhale. Shoulders away from those ears, exhale to lower back down. Inhale to activate the back as we really focus on strengthening the back extensors. You can add a little rocking sensation with your body here, and this should turn on more of the lower portion of your body. And then if you're feeling good, let's challenge ourselves by extending one arm out to the side and continuing to find extension here. Lift all at the same time, keeping our shoulders square, and then return down. So anywhere from 3 to 5 repetitions is perfect. Other side, we inhale to bring it up and exhale to lower down. Perfect. Neck is staying long with the spine, staying super strong through the body. Find that foot bar, carefully walk yourself back to find the floor. Awesome work. So from here, we're going to go ahead and finish it with our roll downs, standing hip distance apart. Sweep those arms up, take a dive forward, carefully restacking your spine up and just noticing how your body feels, and it did at the very beginning of the workout. Thanks for working out with me. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe to check out all the other workouts here. And if you like the video, hit a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.